Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Monomyth. And I remember that we came from that doorway over there and we're wanting to explore all the areas down here, and there's 3 ways out of this cavern. I don't remember that much else. Also, I am aware that we have limited inventory space. Okay, we got enough space for 5 large items. Let's start by heading in this direction. And hello. Are we supposed to be able to view something? No, probably from the other side then. And look through here and see this area and know that it exists. And that we are back over there. What else? Locked. Okay, so if I take this direction, I'm heading back into the area with the okay, so we have me using keys that I would use in other games situation here. I suspect we cannot head in that direction, and that we also probably can't pass over there. This looks like we might raise it somewhere just to leap across to here. So a point of return. Now then. Ah, yes, the impossible run. Of course. So we've come in here, fought some nasty villains. Oh, you know what we could also do while we're here? Yes, I think that's a good idea. Let's fill up a flask. So... Oh! I'm not going to try and jump up there. So we want to pull the lever and run like the wind, which means, of course, drastically lightening our load. Oh yeah, also... No, that's okay. Right. So then if we pop these here... Alright. Okay, we're in. That is extremely tight timing. And also probably puts us on a collision course with death if we don't find our way back soon. Presumably, whilst finding too many items to carry. Right. How are we doing for spells? We still have our regulars 2 spells equipped. Okay. And I should start remembering we have bandages once again. Right. Lots of high vantage points. Red light on that tomb by the skeleton. Looks very magical. This looks like I can interact with it, and I should not desire to interact with it. I cannot interact with it. Maybe I need to dispel the magic spell in some way. I suspect this is not the way. Because it's blue for this, isn't it? And there's a green one for which we use the horn. That's red. Hello. Okay. That's new. Perhaps we need to dispel it so we can read what's written on it. And that would be a vital clue. Oh, looks like we can extinguish these. I'm not going to do that, as we may not be able to ignite them. We have spells for that. Let's pick up even more arrows. If we were an archer, these would come in quite useful. You know what? While we are here, let's light our path. We are ascending. I don't want to, okay, fine. But we'll do it then. You're kidding. Right. That obstacle is probably there for a reason. This looks familiar, yet... Oh! We're down here. Okay. I think I know where we are. Well, in that case... Since we found another mushroom, let us restore some health. That is the waterfall we probably could not have descended earlier. No hole in the rock for us to look through. That looks suspiciously like a wall or door that can be opened. Perhaps through the use of explosives or some kind of lever. That looks very much like a doorstep. That's another dead end. If the floor opens up and I tumble down into some great chasm... Oh! That's a problem. Oh, we are disoriented. Our controls are locked. We are on opposite controls. Oh, God. And also on the spot. Oh, hello. We can hit you. Worst part of this. Oh God. Something like this. Oh, piss off! Ah, other way. No. Piss off. Right. I said fucking change, that's better. Right. That doesn't seem to be... It worked. Right, well, clearly we want to get out of this area. Because our equipment is in a bad way. We have mushrooms. Oh! Well, isn't that helpful? There we go, that's a bit better. We do have plenty of healing items, so do we have... We do not have bloody bandages. Now, is this going to be a problem, this red tombstone? Well, well, well. More ancient moth dust. We don't want to encounter another Wraith like that, so another mushroom is in order. We've been teleported around quite a bit here, so yeah. That was very disorienting, as at points the controls appeared to be reversed. And honestly, I'm surprised I managed to make it through that encounter, having to look up a spell on the spot multiple times now. Oh no, you fucking don't. And we try and move out of fucking spell effect, which seems to be on us rather than homing in on us. So, wooden club and some money. A couple of mushrooms, that's very helpful. With the exception of that Wraith, the majority of the foes in this area seem far more appropriate for our level than the... Actually, the skeletons seem a little bit easy. But they do seem far more appropriate for our level than the others we have encountered. You know what we'll do? We will, yeah. We'll go with that. Oh, bugger. That was me trying to switch back to my hammer and shield. And, again, using other game controls. I was blatantly trying to swap back to weapon set 1 for Tainted Grail. Which I recorded last night when I should have recorded this. But that's okay, we're here now. And I suspect I'm rapidly running out of pack space. Oh. Am I supposed to put something in one of these at some point? I strongly suspect I am. This is extremely bright. If this magically somehow connected to that other door... Oh, a bandage! Excellent. Why does that look so familiar? Perhaps I should consume one of these many mushrooms while I'm in the area. Excellent stuff. Now, we got that up to an 81 on serviceable, 68. We got a long way to go. That will mostly be skill points, because there are other ability scores as well that should not be neglected. Okay. I see you right there. It would seem that either our shield no longer absorbs all damage, or these skeletons' sabers have a sort of shield penetrating ability. Okay, well now I mean you just so it's literally just reverse. No. Oh. Not quite reverse. There we go. I think you all know what's going to happen here. We're going to use our mana, then get it back. Oh. Oh. That cannot be good. Why are we still safe? This looks suspiciously unharmed. Don't we already have a star key? We do. So why would we need another? Unless it's a different star key. Okay, let's... If the only thing in there is arrows, I don't need to be in there. If I've been here before, haven't I? Portcullis and lever. Oh, and the lever was on the other side of the wall. And I dodged the thing that looks like a trap. Well, let's take this anyway. So now I believe I just have 2 star keys. Listed separately, apparently. Perhaps it's in case I didn't get the other one earlier, but if I didn't get the other one earlier, how did I get in here? I also need to mend my helmet, which I still doesn't have a name. Oh, also I can't wash bandages here because this is apparently not a water trough. Oh, I can now. Good. So we're on 8 bandages instead of 7, so we didn't recover 2 that we used. That's okay. Ah, but that allows me to go back out and get rid of some of these items. Okay. And where does this take me? Somewhere with green flame. Oh, that's experience, isn't it? I should have looked to see how much it was. Oh, is that the hole in the wall? I was able to... Yeah. Okay. I should have probably looked at my character sheet to see how many experience points I was going to get. But that's okay. I'm moving towards the next level. It's all fine. What's not so fine is that I won't be able to improve strength and dexterity so much because vitality and endurance need some points into them. So, this leads me back out. This leads me back in. I'm wanting to check this is a single path. Let's practice jumping really badly. We defeated him. Because we got this section up here where the Wraith was, where we got turned around quite a lot by the confusing spell of befuddlement or something that was placed upon us. In here, that was a dead end with something there that we picked up. Oh, we can hit it. Although that sounds like something very bad just woke up and might be coming for us. In that case, I do want to go back and wallop the other one. Dead end, so we're going this way. Not that way. Back across the bridge. Let the light of truth guide our path. If only we had seen with a little more clarity at the time. Here we are, yes. I shall repeat the action and pray we do not suffer for it. Oh! They are going somewhere. Somewhere we cannot yet access, and there's a jump across point up there. So we can't open this from this side, but we can get back on the other side through the other gate. The one we opened with the lever. And annoyingly, I'm probably going to have to remove that marker now, because it's... the riddle of its opening has been solved. Oh! I seem to remember some posts on the forum about a demo area at the start of the game with 2 red balls of light that would come up from something. Is this it? Or part of it that's been repurposed for this area? If so, that is interesting. This would be where we fought the Necromancer. I can't remember if people were having trouble finding where the balls of light got to, or if they had to race to the same location and arrive at the same time as them. I don't know. It was months since I last saw that message, and it didn't seem that important at the time. Although I did wonder if it was in the Serpent's Bastion area, because that used to be the old Kickstarter demo they had up on the beginning of the, Kickstarter page. Right, so we've come in here. That was dead end and experience points. This then connects back up to an earlier point in this area. And look at that. While we are here, we'll have some more portable mana potion. We shall take the holy waters and consume them, bringing them into our body now. 1, 2, 3, very familiar, right? Where we started the episode. Over here... that's up and over. Right, okay. And we were wanting to find a way under at some point. So... and that's the way back to the entrance, obviously. So if we pop back in here, even though heading out to repair our things would probably be a wise idea. That's that teleport point. And here's the shrine. Let's rest at the shrine. There we go. So many more experience points required, but that's okay. And there's some kind of special mushrooms on the other side of that grill. Which... from up there, maybe, dropping down. The ominous ranks of skulls. The gallery of skulls. Watch this. Wait, have we been here before? Perhaps not, although that does not look like a healthy distance to drop. And squeeze past here. Yeah, none of that is safe. We're not going down there. That almost looks like some sort of mineral deposit in the wall, but I think it's just a trick of the light. Oh, fuck off. Not even remotely going to happen. We must find another way. That does not look like we could jump up to that ledge. That looks like a climbable distance. I see metal and wood and I think a wheel there, so like some kind of cart. I also don't think there's a way on up there, and we have to jump across from over here. That looks like the edge of a doorway. Hang on, can we go a little further? And precariously lean. Yeah. Wooden pit props, so edge of a tunnel. We're not going down there. We might... I think we've been down there, actually. Is that where we got stuck in the pit and couldn't climb out for ages? Right, okay. It's starting to make a little more sense now. I'm thinking equipment repairs are probably in order at this point. Including the ones we cannot mend ourselves. So with that in mind, if I nip back out of here, I know I can mend a lot of my stuff here if I just pop across the hall and down into the forge there. I also know I can get around to the other side there, cut across there, but not quite into there. Oh, I was supposed to remove that, wasn't I? Go. There we go. Even though doing so sort of fundamentally undermines my understanding of the area a little because of how long it's been since I last played this. Right, I believe this is locked. Yep. You know what? I can even mark that. And interestingly, this is not. Which means I've probably opened it already. Oh, this was for the pit of death. Yeah, the massive drop down point. And the broken lever, which looks like there's a lift that comes up from beneath, and then we fix that and we can go back down again. That's right. We'll call that a broken lift. Because that's basically what it is. And I imagine that once we are able to get that lift working, being able to repair our equipment up here would be far more useful than it currently is now. Okay, so definitely needs mending. No. metal bit in there. Right. Let's try it now. Do 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 do. Yeah, that stamina could definitely do us some work. This bow is now in excellent tip-top condition. Ooh, those... And for some reason we cannot repair these. Hopefully that'll get fixed at some point. Do not try too hard. Right. To pick it up with your hands. Get it on the anvil quick. Hold it in place with pincers or something if you must. That seems like it's in good working order. We shall call that excellent. Now. What? No, okay, fine. Very specific placement is apparently required. You know what? The experience on the character sheet doesn't look as much as it does on the bubble. So we should just be positive about how full that bubble looks. Really? Done? Done! And I think I've got enough items to really go back and sell a few things. Oh, right, yes, about that. Something tells me I should mend them first. Can't go laundering poor condition goods now, can we? We've got our pride as a lowly craftsman who wouldn't even dream of being a member of a royal family to maintain. But it's a cover story, okay, it's fine, we'll work on it, you know. And this nondescript leather helm will just have to wait. Could pick up both. Don't know how, if they have to be on the anvil to go cold, or... And that's really precarious anvil placement, by the way. Mm-hmm. Whoop. Just keep at it. There we go. Right. So now we can pop that back in our hand. Feel the terrible condition of being heavily overburdened. Now this is still... It's not locked. And I see a red fountain up ahead, which is behind a lever, of course. Did that grow back? We've been here before, haven't we? I'm just refreshing my memory. Okay. I did. So the lever must be somewhere on the other side, presumably, because I can't see it right now. Now I can. Glad I refreshed my memory. Interestingly, the very tip of the lever showed in the sparkle lights of the spell cast before the light fully manifested. So there's at least, well, there's 2 or 3 more routes that come back to this location. And 1 star key is as good as another, presumably. So if we go back in here, even though we should absolutely be legging it out of this area, so back through here. Locked? Or did I never even try this one? Locked. So we do want to get through there. Can we? No, we can't drag it. Okay, fine. And then this one is a door that we may not have even at... Oh, I see. Probably shouldn't have opened that. It would appear I can close it again if I need to. That's not my footsteps. These are. But I was standing still at the time. Oh! I see red glow. I see 2 red glows. I do not see 2 more red glows. This would imply to me that we need to smash 2 more red tombstones somewhere in the complex to get this open. And that presumably there is a very good reason for wanting it open. Okay. And there's 2 portcullises here. So maybe if I get both on one side, one will lift, both on the other side, the other one will. And obviously we'll make this one red, right? I said red. There we go. Okay. And we have reason to believe there's an entire lower area. And yes, using the spell that lightens our weight and just jumping down into that chasm is probably not the way to go about it. So we got the same floor shadow issue here that we have with the broken lift. You know what, I think I'm gonna just close that for now. So our remaining option... Oh, hello! Sorry, you don't get to do that to me. I've had bad experiences with that kind of thing in the past. And it really, really hurts. Got us some nice experience though. So there were footprints moving about. So walking to that room below, he must have seen us from up above and come down to investigate. Well... let's... wasn't there a blue fountain somewhere around here? Yes, there was. I should probably mark these on the map at some point. There we go, blue fountain. And I have to click OK before I can make it blue, annoyingly. There we go. Right. I should also probably mark that red fountain when I can remember where it is. Oh, it's behind that, yeah. Let's just get out of here. And you know what? That shrine might be a better one to pray at. As a more central location. The other one's in the middle of that area. Well, rather on the edge of that area. Probably shouldn't be jogging too much when we're so heavily overburdened. So let's just make our way back out of this area and remind ourselves where on earth we are. I think it's in the... No, yes, it's here. Okay, so we can pop out at the cathedral, which is conveniently really close to the blacksmiths. Also, we've left this gaping open for so long that if anyone passes through here, they will know we've meddled with it. Fortunately, no one seems to be inhabiting this area at the moment. They are all elsewhere, up to something... I was going to say very important, but then I remembered we are supposed to be investigating the presence of a cult in this area. Everyone being called to a big meeting or ritual that takes a lengthy amount of time is completely understandable. And here we are, back in the abandoned cathedral. A centre for worship no more, as they worship at some other location now. Our footsteps will sound awfully loud on this marble floor as we reach the door, but now we should be stepping outside. And there's another blue fountain. You know what we can do with that? I mean, the red fountains are of greater value to us. Don't worry, we're just popping down here, guard. Just... you know... showing our devotion. It would be very nice if at some point we could purchase some nicer items like the plate gauntlets that are here in the blacksmiths. Here. We're not going to rob him though, because that would go against the notion. Bloody hell, look at him, boys, looking at us. You walk behind my counter. What can't you believe, man? Greetings, outsider. Just take a look around. The best steel in the southern wastelands. Yeah, it's like on the shelves there and I can't get it. Can you mend my equipment? 3 silver, 84 copper. I've done most of it myself. Okay. Right, let's trade. And he's got lots of mid-range items available for us here. But nothing truly superior. We do not need these 4 items. There we go. That's a good start. I mean, I want to sell this because I'm not getting much use out of it, but it is a royal sword. And as such, there's a small possibility it could have some relevance to the plot. Especially if we have to give our brother a weapon to wield when we find him. Heavy hammer, we're working on it. We're absolutely working on it, but it's going to be heavy in our hands for a long time yet. Right.
Come back with something worth trading.
Let's go back outside. Is this a good length for an episode? I'm not entirely certain. I think I'll go back just so I don't lose track of my location. That sounded like combat music starting briefly from it. I was like, oh, what's going on? Now hold on. Because that door's locked, isn't it? This one we unlocked from the other side, essentially coming up here. And this obviously is not something we get to interact with. It's interesting that the carpet muffles footsteps, but makes them very audible when someone has to step off it to approach the altar. I'm not sure why they want it to be so loud at the door though. Is it so the priest can look up and see who's coming in if he's dozing off a bit? Maybe. Maybe indeed. And we've certainly got a lot of work to do in the area below. I'm not going to run on these stairs. It feels disrespectful. Then again, running in this sepulchre at all feels very disrespectful. So let's just pass on through and head on to the deeper area. That is less of a catacomb and more of a inhabited area, full of practitioners of dark magic, and the priests brought something down here. Should have maybe closed that before I left. Oh, that one. Glad I didn't though. Okay. Ugh. So, up and over into the upper floor. I should have cast this by the blue fountain and drank from it before continuing this way. Oh well. What were the limitations up here? Because there was something preventing us from fully exploring everything. Was it a locked door? Well, there's one locked door. Oh, this led us to that teleporter pad, didn't it? Or the beginning of the cavernous maze system. Because we've been here. Wait. Is that the shrine down there? Oh. Oh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. We could maybe magic jump up there. I don't think we'll magic jump across here. So that over there. Where are we? We are here. High entrance. Probably needs some kind of... It's locked. Okay. We're not going to try to reach it, but we are going to see where we go from here. Again, a spiral staircase designed by someone either defending from beneath or who doesn't understand the purpose of spiral staircases. they are supposed to go in the opposite direction so that they shield the body of the man fighting from above, while allowing him to strike around it with his weapon, whereas the central pillar hampers the weapon of the man coming from beneath as he goes like that, trying to hit the person above him. That's the purpose of spiral staircases, not just to condense the staircase into a small vertical column, but actually to confound attackers coming into the castle and to enable defenders to beat them back down the stairs and retake lower portions, or to just hold out for a very long time until rescue comes. So yes, here is that bridge, and we have been very high up above on those areas looking down. This, we have descended into the chasm below. Hello. Oh, you need one of those, yes. So yeah, we need to go find the special key device in this area before we can... Shit. Now, if you will kindly, ignore my brief presence there. And I just want to check this is a dead end. And it is. So, I've been about as far as this direction will take me. The teleporter will take me down below, but there's another way in there that I have access to. Let's backtrack and explore the rest of this upper floor. It's ironic to call it an upper floor given how far below some of the other locations we have reached it is. See, now we can strike freely, mostly. This spiral staircase is going in the wrong direction. Unless, as I mentioned, because of the secret vault down there, it requires a special key that obviously contains a special item. If there are warriors here guarding it, and the purpose of this staircase is to defend that vault, then the spiral staircase is doing exactly what it should. It's just that spiral staircases normally go to the top of towers and are there for defenders to retreat up the tower and make a fighting retreat as the enemy comes in from below. As the top of the tower is not usually open, so people coming in with ropes and ladders and siege towers just aren't likely to be able to get in anyway. So, we have our locked door. Is this? No. Bet we can't get in there easily. Oh, wait. I was saying. Well, we found our way across, and we didn't need to jump, so that is great. I'm going to remove that marker now. We can also probably get to that treasure chest quite easily now as well. Or not. Oh, hell. Summon Mushroom. You learned a new spell. This sounds really bad. Concentrating the forces of nature on a certain spot, the spellcaster summons a robust glowing mushroom. The spellcaster's arcane connection determines the size and elasticity of the grown fungus. Elasticity as in we can jump and bounce on it like some Super Mario twat or something. Sounds very dodgy. Also requires 16 intelligence, so it is listed as a utility spell. I think that might... No. I was going to say, I think this is one of the chambers that contained a red mushroom, but I don't believe it is. Right. I think... Ooh. This is foolish. So I'm not going to do it just yet. Locked? Locked. Right. Do I even need to? Apparently I do. Which means, unfortunately, since we cannot summon a mushroom, we might have to rely on our force of arms. Now, hold on. Door. Locked door. Presumably open from the other side after we do this rather foolhardy action. I suspect we drop down onto the roof like so and then clamber up here like thus, leading us to the other side of the locked door. Yep. Which may very well just remain locked. Not locked, but chest with more arrows. And the chest... Wait, look at this. The chest, we now get a little selection square of a name under it with interactable icons. The strange egg and harpy root, both of which are hellish items. It implies a mandatory platforming section is coming up, and that is really bad news for us. Also, if we pop down there, I suspect it may lead to the broken lift and necessitate the picking up of numerous items. Hello? Do I already have you? I do already have Zetra, I believe. Vectra... I do. It's over there. Okay. I mean, useful if we didn't have it before. And this is a spell we already know. Game, you horrid game, you. I think. We all know what needs to be done here. The appropriate save has been used. Once again, the developers' fascination with extreme platforming mechanics seems to be coming into play. I stand by my word. And yeah, I think we've been down there. There's our 3 exits. There's our way back down underneath. So the only way forwards is to traumatize ourselves with these 2 items. Like that. And hope beyond hope. We don't need to use them to get back again. Hello, glass saber. Very low durability, I'm imagining. Possibly sharp edges. Let's get this open. You're taking the fucking piss! The only way onwards is to pick this fucking lock, which will be impossible. Almost impossible. So now that we've established that, we can fail to jump across and die. What was the fucking point? Okay, that looks like it's not a dead end. That might be. So clearly, I may have missed something in this area, as progression seems to be impossible. Let's just go like that. Go like that. And if we take a right here, we should arrive at the shrine. Yes. So, we're up here. We've been down there. And we've been up on those places. So we're doing pretty good here. I don't think we can take the key from the start of the mines. Oh dear God, were we supposed to come in here first? Before the Wait. Wait! This isn't even remotely in the mines. Ah. You know that thing when you get a stupid idea and it might just work? If you think you know what I'm going to do next, you're probably right. I'm going to go to the mines, pick up the special key, and bring it back in here with me. Shouldn't run in this house of the dead. But they don't seem to mind very much. Oh, what is going on with the wall there? The light shone through that strange arched line. Is something recessed up there that was down here at one point? I don't remember needing to open that doorway. But that does imply it can be closed off. Look, it's very dark in here. I may have had a moment of genius. My "where am I going to find a second key like that" moment may have just translated into "I don't. I can use the same one. I don't need a key like that. I need that key." And I know exactly where I left it. I also know it's a bit of a walk. So let's get moving then. I don't know if I'll be able to remove it, although if I've locked myself out of that whole area by not going there first, that's a shame. So I imagine if the key can only be used in one place, which I doubt, by the way, then if I used it in that dungeon with the skeletons, I wouldn't be able to use it to enter the mine. And the mine is required for plot purposes. So I suspect I can use this key at 2 different locations, both of which I have visited. This will close off for mines to me for some time, but guess what? For mines were a little bit tough, and this new area significantly easier, although not the easiest place we have traversed. Let us see if we can do this. If we can't, we know we need to find another one. We can't. We absolutely cannot. Wait. That didn't work. Oh. Okay, that was dumb. I strike it in frustration. I do need a second one. It might not be in that area, but presumably it will be in that area. We have searched that area pretty thoroughly, though. Now, there's parts of it that cannot yet be accessed, and arguably jumping down the broken lift with magical assistance to try and lessen the fall damage may be the way to go. But I have a feeling I may be missing something essential here. By which I don't mean some item or spell or something. I mean my senses might just not be picking up on some ever so important clue. I may have ignored some side passage or something, or just not found a particular item. Whatever it is, it eludes me. And I've been recording for a decent amount of time now, so I should probably just call it a night here. But if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go back to the blue fountain and replenish my mana. I won't say we've made no progress, because we unlocked a shortcut back to the beginning of the area. But I do feel more progress is required. I don't know how on earth we're supposed to get through that door on the other side of the jump. I do feel we are supposed to cross that jump and open that door to progress. At all. And I also feel we are incapable of doing so. Wait. There is a door somewhere here in the castle that requires the star key. I don't think there's anything particularly useful in the area. I think it's just a shortcut back to one of the areas we've been in before. I think if I look for it, I should do so off camera to avoid wasting all of your time, unless my memory comes back to me very quickly in the next few minutes and I remember where it is. It's not here. It's not one of these bits. Unlocking it would grant me some experience points for exploration. It's one of those sort of sidewall branches of the castle. Okay, so not here. Not here at all. Right. Fair enough. In a way, except for the Wraith fight, this has been a fairly calming and relaxing episode. This, I've been up here already, haven't I? Yes, but it's helping me get my bearings and learn my way around. So we never get a map of this area. That's okay. We've also, yeah, we've been up there, it's fine. So here's the cathedral, right? Let's save here. I mean, it's still like, 5/7 roughly. Okay, you know. I think it's like up that end of the keep. But I'll just pick up here next time, and if I find it, I'll let you guys know. Well, in that case, I am ending this one here. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the very next episode. I'll say goodbye for now though, and cheerio everyone. See you all soon.